Hello and welcome to Kelly's Anesthesia Tips. I just finished watching the Noridian Anesthesia webinar that was done back in September. I know I shared the link, but I was traveling when they had it. So I've just had the opportunity to catch up. If you don't watch it within a certain amount of time, I think it disappears. And I'm still within that window. So I wanted to share a couple of things with you guys. One, I'll reshare the link just in case you missed it. But as we were going, it occurred to me that when we hit this slide, that this is a perfect time, especially with daylight savings time coming this past weekend, to do a reminder, because this is a very good um, description of how to bill when services start prior to midnight and then cross into the next day. And a reminder that if you happen to have a patient, it would have been an emergency, not scheduled over the weekend usually, but does happen. Ladies have babies and, trauma things, trauma cases, or patients who have unexpected surgeries. So you want to remember that when you have that daylight savings time, you want to make sure that you're capturing all of the time and not losing an hour due to the clock changing. That can be done with a manual notation and just making sure that you're capturing the full anesthesia time. Again, I've shared this tip before, but how to make sure is that if you're on an electronic record or a paper record, you can still kind of count ticks to make sure that the anesthesia time that is billed matches closely to the graph. You can send me comment questions if you don't understand that explanation, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. The other part was, as I said, this reminded me of it. This is Medicare, so this is a Noridian carrier, but this is still just, like I said, a very good reminder of when you have surgery that starts at, let's say, 11 o'clock at night and runs into the next day. How do you report that? Well, they tell you do not use a date span. So if it started at 11:15 on August the 10th and ended at 1 a.m. on August the 11th, you would choose one of those. So it says they don't care whether you choose the start date or the end date, but you want to make sure that you report the accurate time. There is, and if you're watching this after the date that the seminar was done on the recording, you can't really hop over to these, and this isn't something that I did prior, but you can go Google this reference that they give, or, just some of this information and get to that. All right. Well, hope that was a nice, quick, easy tip for you guys, timely for daylight savings time. And again, I do have a list, but I can mark this daylight savings time off of it. Everyone enjoy your day, be kind to others, generous with your knowledge, and I will see you back here again soon.